Walking maps with Trace Balla. Hi, I'm going to show you a little bit in my new book, Landing with Wings, and then I'm going to give you an idea. I'll do a little practice walking map and then you guys can have a go. Hope that sounds fun. So the main character in this story, Mary, she spends a whole year in this story never going in a car, but she walks and rides everywhere. Oh, and she just got on a train once. So here she is at the start of the story, and it's her first time in a new school. It says, "I hope it goes okay, boss." "I'll be fine, Mama. But it would be good if we went by car like those other kids." So there's some kids in their cars. And they go to the op shop, and on the way home, they're walking with a trolley full of things they've got. "I knew we wouldn't need a car here." Walk, 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 walk. Uh-oh. Eek. Giggle, giggle. Whoa. Thank goodness we only live on a hill and not the mountain. I'll just show you a few other little walking bits in here. So she and her friend Wingo, they're walking, and says, "Then we walk our soggy way home along the creek. No wonder I never see you going home from school. This way is much nicer." "Yeah, but it would be a whole lot easier carrying all those books in my bike basket. I wish you had a bike too." So later on, that's what's going to happen. I never hear any frogs when I'm walking along the highway, but here she's hearing lots of them. Crick, 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 crick. Eek, 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 eek. And there's an Australian white ibis there as well. And her friend Wingo's saying, "Yeah, with all that car noise, I bet they couldn't hear each other either." The next morning it's foggy, and I decide to walk along the creek path instead of the road. No more going past that scary dog either. And little clouds of breath coming out her mouth. You see how foggy it is? Gee, the frost is slippery. She decides to put down her bag. Yippee! Oh no, the creek! Let's see what happens. You'll have to read the book. And I'll just show you a couple more walking ones in the story. There they are, going up the mountain and giving each other a hand, carrying everything up. And that's up on Yanganuk. That's the mountain near here. Some people call it Mount Alexander. And there they are, having a walk up on the top of the mountain. Nearly there. I heard that one before. In fact, they look more like they're running and leaping than just walking. So I thought I'd show you where I went on a walk today, and I'm going to use my lovely Artline pen to start with. So I got up in the morning here at my house and I went up my hill, and then I came down the other side and I went around here. So, it's a bit of a hill going up, but not too steep. And it was a bit cold. I hadn't put my beanie on. And I think I had a bag. I had a bag on my pack. And then I came down the other side. It looks steeper than it is. And then down here, I had to cross the highway here. So that's the highway with the cars on it. But there's not many cars at the moment. And then down here I went to my friend's place, and they were outside doing some little playing in front of their house, and I did a bit of playing with them, like exercise playing. So we were doing some running and pretending to be frogs and lizards and all sorts of things. And I think I was running in between the pole and my bag, and they were running in between their car and their fence. And then there's their house over there. And I think their mum was inside with the fire on because it was still pretty cold. And then they've got a little bridge just there. And then I say goodbye to them, and I went along the creek. That's why there's a bridge. Must go there actually. And then I just walked along here, and I was a bit warmer then, so I'd probably put my beanie in my bag because I've been doing all that running. And I stopped over here and I did some stretching exercises, some qigong, and there was a few kangaroos here. I gave a little bow to them as I went past. They look like the big male kangaroos. And then I collected, there's some big trees here, and under the trees there was lots and lots of sticks, so I collected some sticks. And then I walked up the hill here with all those sticks under my arm. And I didn't have my beanie on. I was probably sweating by the time I got to the top. And then I came back with all the sticks. Back to my house. So, to make that map a bit clearer for other people, what I'm going to do is write a few little things. So I could say my house. I really like mixing up the words and the pictures together, so I might be singing. I have to think what I was singing. And here I think I was whistling as I went down the hill. And then that's a big highway. And that's the creek. And that's the bridge. And I'll call my friends Cam and Nellie. Just not really their name, but that's their house. Nellie's house. And their fence. And us doing crazy animal exercises was what we were doing. Kangaroos, old men kangaroos. And they were giggling, giggle, and squealing, and laughing. Oh, I think I was puffing, because they had me going pretty quick, racing them back and forth along there, while they were racing back and forth along there. And we kept some space between us. And then actually in here there was loads of little frogs hiding in the reeds, but you could hear them. Great, great, great. Just the same as the name of the creek. Great. And actually over here is where the sun had come up. You can just see that sunrise. It was a lovely morning. And what was I singing? Oh, birdie, birdie, I think I was singing. So you can see that because I've mixed up the words and the pictures, it's made it more interesting. And then the other thing I really like is to add a little bit of colour. So today I'm going to use my Zoom crayons. If you've got any of them, they're really nice to use. And what I like doing with them is mixing them as well. So maybe if I give myself orange, I had an orange vest on, you'll be able to tell it's always me. And picking up the sticks and coming back. And so Cam and Nellie's fence. And there's the bridge. Maybe the creek was sort of a mixture of colours. And it went over here. Yeah, the creek waters have all mixed reflection of every colour, and they're like a rainbow, I reckon. That's a special part of the morning. And the sunrise colours coming out over here. So you see how it's sort of a map and it's sort of a picture? And for me, I like to think of it as a walking map. So I know that a lot of you have been walking, and if you have, you could do a little picture of where you've been and maybe send it to someone, and also maybe show people who haven't been lucky enough to go on a walk, or who live in the city and don't have many nice places to walk. Well, they might have some nice places, I hope. And also, if you haven't been walking outside, you might like to make an imaginary one of where you could walk, or where you remember walking, or where you'd like to walk. Or you might do one of inside, all the places you've been walking and doing things inside your place. So there's lots of choices. We don't have to do a real one. We can definitely do whatever we like, because we are the artists and we can change things however we like. So I reckon it's time for you to all have a go. What do you think? Good idea? All right, have fun. Bye. Bye.